health. I want to talk about Will Smith's Red Table Talk that came out today.
Even though we are not the picture of health right now. This is very ironic.
Exactly. So Will Smith, he called a family emergency on the Red Table Talk where he wanted to talk about like his health and his family's health. Because you see Will and you see his family, you're like, yo, these guys are living it up. Like, they all look healthy. Everyone's living good. Nothing's wrong. But, like, this episode, it was interesting. Because you see in, like, Will and his family, like, Jada, everyone, they've been, like, transparent. But this was, like, another scale of it, I feel like. It was interesting. Like, Will went over his whole, like, weight gain where it's like, oh, Aladdin did great. And he's sitting here, like, every morning. He wakes up. He's sitting there eating, like, 5-6 muffins. He goes and gets a few drinks. Like, he's living it up. Like, I guess throughout it all, you sit back and you think, like damn, like, I got a problem. And that's essentially what Will went through. Him going through the stages and, like, him saying to himself, like, I know what I need to eat for me to, like, look muscular and everything, but I don't know, like, what would you say, like, the meaning of food, or, like, what food does to my body, or, like, things like that.
I mean, yeah, using food to fuel your body.
Yeah, there we go. And I thought that was so interesting, because I feel like we're, more so you, or, like, we're, like...
Don't take my advice right now.
we're, like, we're like, starting to understand that.
I mean, to be fair, everyone gets sick, even if you're, like...
Of course.
On a super good
But I feel like we're starting to, like, understand that we're like, oh, yeah, certain foods you eat, like, it really does impact you. Because I was talking to my mom, and I'm like, yeah, we probably should be eating, like, the bread that we have, or the wheat bread is as great as it says it should be.
I know, I love how they advertise whole wheat is better than white.
And I found that to be interesting, because I'm like... Yeah, all these things are said to be like, hey, this is good, this is great, but I don't think so. What?
I agree.
Oh, man. Yeah, the awkwardness is because her neighbor's, like, walking right by. And the sucky thing is we have, like, an AC in the window, so it's like, man, if you talk too loud, they can hear you. Man, that'd be some awkward stuff. Well, he's getting a free taste of the episode.
What up?
Let's just goes back.
Why did he just go back?
Oh, God. Man, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? So what you gonna talk super low?
ASMR. How you doing?
And I thought it was pretty interesting. Oh my God.
You gotta be kidding me. Guys, this is the third time he doesn't have a key in a week.
Oh my God. Alright, we're gonna continue on here.
Okay. We're just gonna say F it.
So I thought it was pretty interesting, and they got into Jaden, and they said how, like, Jaden, I guess he tried veganism for a little bit. But he's vegetarian, so he's like, hey, let me check out veganism and all that. And I guess before Coachella, he wasn't doing too well. And they showed, like, some pictures where he was, like, noticeably, you can see it in his face. Like,
thank goodness he got someone's home this time, so he was able to go right in.
Oh, man. You can see it in his face where, like, Jaden was like,
he looked sick.
Yeah.
He looked frail.
Like skeleton-like,
yeah.
In his face, I guess you could say. And I feel like, in a sense, they kind of put, like, a negative light on veganism. Because I don't think it was that. It was more so him being him, where he's like, he said how he only ate, like, a meal or two, or maybe it was a big meal. And he was like, hey, I'm good. Like, I'm not going to eat anymore. And that's not how you should treat your body.
Well, we've been over this with whatever diet you're on. You obviously have to do it the right way. Because there's a wrong way you could do it, too.
But, like...
So he probably was just doing it the right... I don't think it sheds a bad light on it. I just think it shows that he wasn't doing it correctly.
But in what way?
Or that maybe it's not for him, which is fine.
But it's not even veganism. It's just how you eat. Because if you eat regular, just not cutting out, like, vegan or gluten-free fruit, like, just not cutting out that stuff and just eating regular, you're eating one meal a day. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. So we had to have, like, an goddamn intervention with him to go over this and say, hey, you're doing things completely wrong. What is happening? And I thought that was interesting. Everyone had stuff. Like Jada, she said like her hair was like shit was like falling out or was thinning or something.
Yeah.
Like it was interesting going like around, I guess around the room you could say.
Mine falls out, but I feel like it's more because I don't get regular cuts. Because when I get a haircut, it doesn't fall out as much. It's
just interesting because I say that because so normally when we go grocery shopping, my habit for like the past year or two has been, what has it been? I getting like two like little small bags of candy, whatever you call those, like just normal size bags. And getting ice cream. And I said earlier today, I'm like, I gotta cut that out. Like I gotta find something like a better healthy option to put in there. Because right now, other than that, everything else that I'm eating that I can think of is healthy.
I mean, to be fair, when you work from home and when it's weekends, you don't have regular meals. Well,
that's my
lunch.
issue.
And then, as far as the candy and all that, problem is the next day he'll eat the candy and the ice cream all in one day.
Yo, don't give out my bad habits.
And that'll be like his day. That's the problem there.
Don't give out.
Is you're not like moderating.
Don't give out my bad habits. I'm perfect to you.
Say who?
To me, to you, I'm perfect.
Said who?
Me.
But said who? I didn't say it.
I said I'm perfect.
Oh, well, okay. If you looking in a crack mirror, I'm sorry.
Oh, God. So it's like I want to change the way I eat in that regard because, yeah, it's not... That's my, like, out of everything, like, sugar is, like, my biggest, like, thing.
Yeah, probably me, too.
Like, oh, man. Like, I switched out chips and went with rice cakes, which
still...
yeah, they're not the greatest, but...
And you use them as, like, a meal replacement, which isn't great. You'll just, like, eat them all day until, like, I make something for dinner.
Not necessarily. I may have too many because I normally would eat, like, a package, which is, like, 7 in 1. And I'm like, hey, I'm good. So, I guess I see what you mean. God, yeah. I feel attacked. But, like, just changing your habits, like, I'm learning bit by bit. I feel like my lunch that I have for work is working for me, where it's, like, I have a drink called Soylent. It's, like, a meal replacer. So I drink that along with an apple and, probably 10, 15, 20 carrots, however I'm feeling. I just have carrots, and, like, I'm good. Like, I'm not feeling tired, grouchy, or anything like that. Like, I like that meal because it feels right for me. And it was just all interesting. Like, one thing, Will's bowel movements, which is a weird topic to even touch on. Like, him saying, like, he poops every 3 days. And I'm like, damn, what are you eating?
Well, yeah, that's terrible. That's not enough at all.
Currently, this is definitely TMI for a lot of you guys. Yo, before I go to the gym, it's normally happening. And sometime later in the day, it's happening. So it's happening twice a day at least right now.
1 to 3 is pretty good.
Yeah, how many are you doing?
1 to 3. It depends on the day.
What's your average?
Probably 2.
Okay, I'm good. I'm glad you're not doing better than me.
It really depends because also the days that I do find the days I work out is more. I think because your body is moving, and it's like, you know, everything's flowing better.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. The days I'm going to the gym, I feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm pooping more.
And like, you know, people think it's weird, but it's not. You know, it's a vital thing. Like I was telling him how, like my doctor asks like every visit about it, and it's like it's a key.
Man, that's a weird conversation.
It's really not though, especially because it's your doctor. You realize that it's a doctor thing. Like it's like because it's a vital part of your gut health, and your gut is basically what fuels your entire body. If your gut is wrong, basically everything else in your body is.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's why food is so important. And you know, like I'm on like different like digestive enzymes and different stuff that'll help kind of regulate and like I don't know, because I've had so much over the years that has like killed my gut flora. Mm-hmm. Like literally, like antibiotics and stuff. If you don't also take probiotics and you don't like if you overdo it, you literally can actually completely kill off a strain of flora. And all of your gut flora is there for a reason. It's there to fight off different stuff. So like now I've been in the process of trying to like beef up my flora and my gut overall to help, like stuff like this, for example. Like there is a reason that it's sicknesses are taking me longer to heal from and all that stuff naturally because it literally was killed. So like, if it's not there, it can't do its job.
I find it interesting that you say that because in the part of the Red Table Talk, Will was like, he's been taking like blood pressure pills.
Yeah.
And for like at least close to a decade. And I guess he realized that like he doesn't need these if he just watches what he eats.
Yeah.
And
which is very true. It's very accurate.
I think we've said this before, either on the vegan episode we did a few weeks back or like with the Dr. Sebi one or something, where it's like, yeah, if you watch what you eat, like you could probably cure a couple things there that are like happening with you. Like I'm trying to be like by the time we have kids and like when they become like teenagers or whatever the case is, I'm still trying to be like a healthy me, dealing with them. So like that's why I'm continuing to go to the gym, continuing to like learn healthy habits to treat my body better.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it so I'm not going to be so, dead by the time I have kids. Because not for nothing, I thought about this the other day. I'm like, when we have kids, that's a tricky situation for me. Because when they get sick, I'm going to be the mom that wants to snuggle them and like make them feel better and like be there. But I know that I'm literally screwing myself by doing that. Like, that's going to be very tricky for me because I'm always scared to be around sick people and to get sick because I know it's harder for me. Mm-hmm. So that's like I don't know. That's a delicate balance. So I'm hoping by then my body's built stuff up.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.